Grandpa, it's fucking cold as shit in here. Can you turn the heat up?
What the fuck do you think this is? A fucking hotel? Go outside and get some fucking firewood.
Ugh, fine.
Hey, kid.
Huh?
Ooh.
For those of you who don't know, the fitness channel Kinobody is run by none other than Gregory O'Gallagher, and due to his wealth and commitment to fitness, he likes to compare himself to Bruce Wayne. Which makes absolutely no fucking sense, since Batman would never refer to himself as Bruce Wayne. Batman is his true identity, as every aspect of his life is 100% committed to fighting crime and the forces of evil. Batman is his true self, Bruce Wayne is his alter ego, just as Clark Kent is Superman's alter ego. Do you even fucking read comic books, Greg? Like, fuck, you're such a loser. So since he's comparing himself to the Dark Knight, and since this topic is going around on social media, is Kinobody on steroids? Now, if you were to ask me, Batman's gains definitely aren't natty. The guy has a fat-free mass index well above 25, and according to the comics, he's achieved an 800-pound raw bench, and it only makes sense that a guy who has to fight metahumans with super strength like Bane and Solomon Grundy to use chemical enhancement to have a fighting chance.
Ugh! Where the fuck am I?
You're back in the States, Billy. Back in your room.
What? How did I get here? And who the fuck are you?
I'm Batman!
Gregory O'Gallagher, on the other hand, isn't a crime fighter. He doesn't have to fight for his life in hand-to-hand combat, but he is a fitness YouTuber, and he has obvious monetary incentives to take steroids, to get bigger, stay leaner, and to help promote his brand. But let's have a look at the evidence. For one thing, he isn't that big. He's 5 foot 10 inches tall, and when he gets really lean, he's around 170 pounds, which would give him a fat-free mass index of about 22, which is well within the natural limit. And at least in some aspects, I have more gains than he does, and I'm sure most people would consider me a natural lifter. This doesn't prove that he doesn't take steroids, but I think it at least shows that his physique is achievable for a natural lifter with good genetics. There is one thing that I do find suspicious, however, and that's Greg's ability to get under 8% body fat naturally while not suffering any ill health effects, and Greg has gotten a DEXA scan, which is the most accurate method of measuring body fat. A case study following a drug-free male bodybuilder who was dieting down to 4.5% body fat found that he developed bradycardia, which is too low of a heart rate, which can cause dizziness, fainting, and even cardiac arrest. Also, his testosterone levels plummeted and had poor mental well-being. It is generally accepted that a body fat percentage no lower than 8% is the healthy minimum for men, where you would not expect to see any of the health problems I just mentioned, but this requires very strict dieting and training. Gregory is able to get below 8% body fat just by doing intermittent fasting and restricting calories while supposedly eating crap regularly, and he doesn't suffer any ill health effects like low testosterone levels and poor mood. This doesn't prove he's on steroids. He may still be natural, but it's just something to think about.
What the fuck do you want with me?
I'm looking for a temporal hyperspace incursion device, and I know you know where it is, you little shit!
A what?
Don't play dumb with me! A fucking time machine! I know you met up with your future self just a few weeks ago. He even brought a fucking Terminator back with him. Now where is it?
And speaking of diet and weight loss, Greg loves intermittent fasting and goes on about it as if it were the greatest health and fitness secret ever.
Intermittent fasting has been the most powerful health discovery I have ever made. It has made staying lean and building muscle effortless.
Really? Not eating consistently throughout the day is the most powerful health discovery you have ever made. So you've never actually heard of eating healthy food? So the staying lean part actually makes sense, since eating fewer times during the day means you can't fit as much food into your stomach throughout the course of an entire day. Thus, you are eating fewer calories, making weight management much easier. But what doesn't make any sense is claiming intermittent fasting helps you grow muscle. Optimal muscle growth occurs when you eat regular meals throughout the day, particularly when adequate amounts of protein are consumed with each meal, your muscles are constantly growing and repairing, and not eating consistent meals throughout the day just holds you back. And do you honestly think Batman would ever do intermittent fasting? He needs to eat regularly to give his body energy to fight crime and to heal and repair, and don't you think he'd keep some Cliff Bars in his utility belt?
Where are you hiding it?
Hey, Billy! And hey, Batman!
Oh, hi there, Mrs. Swanson.
I was just about to go out to the grocery store. Is there anything I can get you to? No, Mom, I'm fine.
Would you be so kind as to get me some Cliff Bars? I'm, running a bit low.
Sure thing, Batman. Can I get you anything else?
Some kale and blueberries might be good too. I figure I might as well make a smoothie while I'm here.
And I don't think Greg realizes the effect intermittent fasting is having on his energy levels, and it's affecting his training philosophies.
But I know when I was trying to make the fastest, most consistent results possible, I had to let go of full body workouts. I got stuck with full body workouts. And, two of the main issues is the fact that you can't handle doing everything at once with maximum intensity. You do a heavy, 3 sets of squats, then you try and go into bench press, you're gonna be fried. No, you're gonna be fried.
Well, Greg, if you're restricting calories and not eating consistent meals throughout the day, I'd imagine you wouldn't have enough energy to do full body workouts, and I'd also expect your ability to recover from exercise would also be reduced. Do you think maybe the reason you can only work one single body part at a time might have something to do with not eating enough and not eating consistent meals throughout the day? And this isn't even debatable. Full body workouts and high frequency training is superior for building muscle mass. That's not to say you can't build muscle with body part splits, but it's just not optimal. And do you honestly think Batman would waste his time with a training style that isn't optimal?
You're testing my fucking patience!
I fucking told you already! I don't know where the fucking time machine is! Why the hell do you want it so bad anyway?
Because I need to go back in time and save my parents!
Hey, Batman, I'm back. I got the Cliff Bars and kale you wanted.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Swanson.
Now, all of this is really unimportant shit. I don't really care if people are doing intermittent fasting or body part splits because that's not shit that will kill you. But meat, dairy, eggs, and fried foods will kill you. You don't really seem to be focused on eating healthy foods, Greg, and you even brag about being able to eat like a king every day because of your intermittent fasting methods. Is this what fitness is to you, Greg? Being able to eat like shit but still look good? There's an old saying that you cannot outrun a bad diet, and that has been proven true with medical research. Marathon runners following a standard American diet had worse arterial health and higher blood pressure than sedentary vegans who just sat on their ass all day. You are severely undermining the importance of a healthy diet. High antioxidant plant foods also benefit athletes by not only improving circulation and arterial function, but by also speeding up workout recovery. This intermittent fasting bullshit you're doing where you don't eat very much or very often isn't giving you great energy to train or recover as it is, but then when you do decide to eat, you're choosing garbage. Superheroes like Batman who need to optimize their nutrition for performance and recovery sure as hell wouldn't choose these low nutrition meals. And whether you realize it or not, your food choices have far-reaching ethical consequences that not only affect yourself, but billions of animals and other people. How heroic of you to eat foods like meatballs, ice cream, cheese, steak, chicken, that requires the suffering and death of animals to produce. Batman is a fictional character, and if the writers were aware of the real injustices going on in the world, Batman would probably do something about animal agriculture, which is causing the suffering and death of billions of sentient beings each year. And do you honestly think a real-life Batman who is so against murder would stand for an ongoing Holocaust? And seeing as how the leading causes of death are almost all diet-related, how about considering the corporate violence being committed against people? It is an undeniable fact that heart disease, our #1 killer, is caused by the consumption of animal products which contain saturated fat and cholesterol. And this accounts for the deaths of over 600,000 people each year in America alone. You don't have the right to compare yourself to Batman when you are supporting an industry that not only causes the death of billions of animals, but also millions of people each year. The greatest threat to humanity and all life on Earth right now isn't supervillains like Brainiac or Darkseid, it's global warming, and animal agriculture is primarily responsible. According to a 2009 World Watch study, up to 51% of global greenhouse gas emissions are attributable to livestock. Unfortunately, Batman going vegan doesn't make for an interesting comic book, but the closest thing you can do to being a real-life hero where you can save the lives of animals, people, and the environment is by going vegan. And I don't think you're a bad person, Greg. I think you're just ignorant, and I hope you start doing the right thing, and before each meal, ask yourself, what would Batman do? Would Batman stand for an ongoing Holocaust that is costing the lives of billions of animals and people? Would he stand for the environmental destruction of the planet? Would any sane, rational, caring person stand for those things? I hope you do the right thing and go Batman.
Okay, Billy, you're really testing my patience. And now, I have to pull some really nasty things out of my utility belt.
Batman, what's going on here?
What the hell? How the fuck did you find out about this?
Billy here activated the high-frequency signal watch I gave him, and it seems he was indeed in danger.
Look, this isn't any of your business. Just get the hell out of here and let me finish my work.
Batman, you know I have super hearing. I heard everything. You're never going to get your parents back. Come on, let's go out and talk about this and grab some lunch. My treat.
Alright, as long as it's vegan.
Fucking Batman.
Beef. What a relief. When will this poisonous product cease? This is another public service announcement. You can believe it or you can doubt it. Let us begin now with the cow. The way it gets to your plate and how.
Mom! Mom! Mom!